you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah. Sign me up with dreams, the only thing I need. When I'm down, lift me up with your company. There's no telling what you and me creating. We're on the same wavelength. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah. You're my island, tray of diamonds. Big what's fake, help me find you. You're a blessing, reminiscing of the time when I found myself guessing. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah, ooh girl, nah nah.
Hello everyone, happy Sunday. How is everyone today? Everyone good? Because I know I'm good. I've been on these Twitter streets all day and oh my goodness. It has been popping off. It has been absolutely popping off. Oh gosh. Sorry, got a little bit of echo there. People are mad. Like mad with a capital M. I don't know what the palace thinks they're doing. Yes, Patty J, this week is going to be hilarious leading up to the clowning. A whole clown show. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to make sure that you are here for all the highlights because I'm going to be going hard this week. I may even have a day or two this upcoming week where I have 2 podcasts a day because there is just so much information and commentary coming in at the same time that you just can't keep up. I think I had almost 100 images to sort through today. And I think I've got about 26 slides. Yes, Carmen, things are looking up for Meghan and down for the rest of the royals. Absolute chef's kiss checkmate to announce the partnership with WME in the week coming up to the clowning. I mean, you can't make this up. It's just such perfect timing, the way everything has come together. Wanda, I hope the UK can drag itself out of the Middle Ages one of these days. Looking forward to Anne explaining the history of the pledge to us, America. I am not going to explain the history of the pledge because I don't know the history of the pledge. I don't care about the history of the pledge. I'm not taking the pledge. There will be no pledging here. Not to that king anyway. I pledge to my fellow countrymen and women, the working class people of Britain, and those around the world in the former colonies. That is it. There will be no pledging here. I am not taking that pledge, and in the name of Diana, I will never sing that national anthem again. Unless we change it. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Unless we change the national anthem, I will never sing it ever again. Because there is no way. If you mourned the person on this screen, quite frankly, if you have any integrity whatsoever, let's just take Diana out of this. We are crowning two adulterers. Oh, we've got a lot to get through today. Can't even believe, like, the line, the width, the audacity of this. I won't say the word. But the line, the width, the audacity of these bees. To think that while a good portion of the nation is struggling to keep the lights on and put foods in their bellies, I'm going to pledge allegiance to two adulterers. A joke. And I'm not the only one that thinks so, because this was Celtic fans today.
You can stick your coronation up your arse.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I was listening to the Marco. I did not listen to the Marco interview. Listen, I didn't even give that time today. And all of the commentary that I have seen, even from the usual derangers, were like, even the derangers were disappointed at that interview from the commentary that I saw. But I did not watch it, and we will not be going into that today. Shame on them. Their time is up. You have grifted, or you can grift. Now move on. Sorry, I just want to scroll all the way down to the bottom of your comments before we get started. Oh, and even the usual royal supporters who are willing to go to the bottom of hell to stand for Chucky and Camilla, they're not having this whole pledge allegiance thing either. They ain't having it. Yeah, Celtic fans said, not today, not on my watch. Oi. Yes, Novi, what a week it's going to be. Did I not say it was going to get crazy? Okay, now that I've scrolled to the bottom of your comments, we can get started because there's a lot to get through. Right, obviously, in the lead up to the coronation, a lot of companies jumping in, hoping to make some cash, but everywhere I am going, I am just seeing people not interested or just saying, next, please. But these, oh, someone just set off their engine outside. These are all of the children's books. And the thing about this is that I just think, given the circumstances surrounding Charles and Camilla's relationship, the way Diana was tortured, I just don't think that we should allow for history to be rewritten like this and for it to be glossed over. And they want to start them young, I guess, and gloss things over for children in children's books. I mean, you've got Peppa Pig Coronation. Peppa Pig Coronation? Like, really? Oi. Anyway, you also have People are apparently now camping already. And these are the only 2 people that were photographed there. I'm sorry, but these people have got to have been paid. Because there were no other pictures of anyone else. Just these 2. And there's also a video. So here you go. Get ready for this, folks. Get ready for this.
Came here, but we put ourselves together. We've got our whole tiring up here, we've got our beds here, we put it all together. And we didn't get to bed till 4:30 in the morning. Now we're going to sing a song for you. Not a song, we're going to say something to you.
We're national anthem.
Okay.
God save our gracious King.
Yeah, that's what the new progressive monarchy is attracting. That. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. And you know what? I'm not even laughing at these 2 people because I can tell that they are, working class. Clearly not very wealthy, to put it nicely. And it's sad because these are the people who are getting the most screwed over in this country, mindlessly following this and just going along with it. There is nothing that people like this have to gain from any of this. And it's one of the reasons why I did say, I don't know if I still have the slide, but I know that a lot of people want to turn their avatars to Diana on May 6th, but I did add to my call out, which has been getting hundreds and hundreds of retweets and views, by the way, on Twitter. Thank you everyone for sharing that. If you also want to turn your avatars to a British person who improves, the lives of the working class, or historical figures from the former colonies who contributed to liberation and freedom, please do that as well. Because I think we need to make May 6th turn it from an absolute clown show into celebrating who matters in the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth, and beyond. Because these 2 adulterers right here, they don't matter and they shouldn't be celebrated. So I actually think that we should just turn the whole day around. Celebrating Diana and her legacy, celebrating the British working class and figures who improved the lives of the working class, celebrating those in the Commonwealth, historical figures, celebrating Archie, of course, Archie's birthday. Celebrating anything other than these 2 right here. The coronation, to me, really is just a circus show. Nothing more than that. And over in Wales, they are saying, absolutely not my king. Welsh MPs Leanne Wood saying what the actual to the news that the public are to swear allegiance to Charles, and also the Plaid Cymru leader. Welsh people, please don't come at me. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He has also declined an invite to the coronation, and he actually stated that part of the reason was because of the cost. That he could not justify going when the coronation is costing so much. And the cost now has ballooned to somewhere within the region of 250 million because of the additional 150 million on security that we have to spend. Not only because of the number of dignitaries and people coming into central London, but the crowds that are expected, there is probably a good chance now that we will see a lot more protests than just Republic. So they've really had to amp up security. And then that's probably not even going to be the final bill for security, because they still have to do the tour of the 4 nations after he's coronated. And after she's coronated as well, sorry. Oh my God. All right, to your comments before we get into the next thing. Yeah, Diana is coming to the coronation. She's already here. Diana, the African ancestors, the Irish ancestors, the Caribbean ancestors, the Welsh ancestors, the Scottish ancestors, they're all here. They have all arrived this week. Enough is enough. You think they're paid actors? He's always at every royal event, really? Oh, oh my God. Oh. Guys, I don't think I'm going to survive. I don't think I'm going to survive until the end of the week. I didn't cut them off. That's where the video cuts off. That's where the video stops, guys. I didn't cut them off.
Came here, but we got ourselves together. We've got our altar up here, we've got our beds here. We got it all together, and we didn't get to bed till 4:30 in the morning. Now we're going to sing a song for you. Not a song. We're going to say something to you.
We're national anthem.
Okay.
God save our gracious King.
Yeah, that's where it cuts off. Danielle, you have a bad sinus headache. Oh my dear, I'm so sorry. Take that Sudafed pill, the one that's just a red pill. Go in the pharmacy and ask for the Sudafed that is just a red pill. It's the best one, I promise you. And inhale some steam as well. VS, that one guy has been in a documentary around the wedding. He may have been featured in Netflix. Oh my gosh. And yeah, the New Yorker putting this out today. And it's Charles sitting on his throne by himself, actually. Very small, without Camilla. And then the French cartoonist decided to go for a crown that was too big and shoes that were too big to fill. And this is the reality of what Charles is facing, because most people really were Queenists and not royalists. Even when I talk to people who aren't British, they have a lot to say about the royals, and they will throw all the shade at the royals, but somehow people still recoil when it comes to the Queen, which I don't understand, because I believe that the fish rots from the head. And, you know, when you are a symbol of a problematic institution, I do think you have to take some responsibility. But most people were Queenists. They were not royalists. Sandra, I will be putting an image of Diana in her event dress. Sounds amazing. Some people have said that they are going to put a picture of a tampon, which is also great. That's also great. Adrian, social media is going to be on fire. Well, the way I have seen it today, honestly, with this whole I pledge allegiance nonsense, but we're going to get to that in a sec. Let's go back a little bit. Right. There was an article that came up in the Daily Fail titled, "The Moment Harry Went Woke." Revealed, the moment Harry's inner circle realized the party prince had turned into an unrecognizable woke duke, and it all started with granola and bewildering requests from Meghan. Now, I have only seen one article in the Daily Fail about Meghan signing to WME, and it was relatively factual, actually. There wasn't anything too crazy in it. And it's interesting that they have gone with this giant headline, but instead of talking about Meghan signing with Ari Emanuel, they've just gone for a bog standard woke angle. However, not too soon after this was posted yesterday, it was deleted. The tweet on Twitter was deleted, and the actual article was deleted. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with Ari Emanuel. However, the article itself was absolutely ridiculous. They were saying things like Meghan wanted to know what other women were wearing at a party, at a garden party, and where they were sitting. She wanted to know every single detail about a party, that she threw a tantrum at a party, and that Harry said that he wanted to go eat some granola and yoga, which what is wrong with that? When your partner tries to encourage you to live a healthier life, that's a good thing. And Harry brought this up in one of the interviews he did for promoting Spare, when he had people around him saying, "Oh, he's changed so much. Is she doing witchcraft on him?" This Jezebel trope that they like to throw at women, especially women of color. But it's a common thing, when a man changes for the better, especially when he has other men around him who just want him to continue to play the fool. And Harry said, "No, I'm not going to continue to play the fool. I want to be a good man. I want to be a faithful man. I want to be a family man." And here he is living in a mansion in Montecito with a beautiful wife and children, eating his healthy granola. And according to the Daily Mail, this is woke. And you know why this is woke for the Daily Mail? Because they can't make money from a well-behaved family man. They wanted Harry to be falling out of nightclubs. They wanted Harry to be doing drugs. They wanted Harry to have a car crash life, so they could milk his misery for every single last penny. So for them, happiness is woke. Success is woke. Being happy is woke. What they want for you is this. They want you to be just a mindless drone that worships the ground that the elites walk on. You're going to have two adulterers in a golden carriage walking past these people here who have been camping out, can't even shower, and are probably struggling to pay their bills. They would rather you were this than this, than happy and thriving. They want you to be surviving. Also, in Coronation news, we have reached the praying for a rock stage of an international embarrassing coronation. So there is this stone that is going to be used in the coronation. It's been taken from Scotland down to England. Now, apparently there have been disputes over this stone between Scotland and England, and some Scottish people aren't too happy about it. Also, William will make the homage of the blood at the coronation. I've got no idea what that is. Are they going to get a vampire straw? Start sucking the audience dry? The way they're sucking the public purse dry for this coronation? Apparently, William will say, "I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God." I don't know if I trust that somebody with an alleged for the lawyers listening, mistress is going to keep that pledge. It's going to be hella interesting to hear William say that. Also, it was announced that Winnie the Pooh will be at the coronation, at the concert. I don't know if it's going to be a hologram Winnie the Pooh, or Winnie the Pooh dancing around with Camilla and Charles on the screen, Winnie the Pooh, but apparently Winnie the Pooh will be there. And a lot of people noted that Disney, back in 2019, did a clip for Archie's birth. And the pettiness of Charles. He just had to get Winnie the Pooh. Not even Paddington Bear? Thomas the Tank Engine? I mean, there's so many British cartoons that you could have chosen from. But you went for Winnie the Pooh because you wanted to be petty. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's go to your comments. Tamiko, you are a Diana is not a Charles is. Joe Blogs, I read today Camilla's anointing will break with tradition and will be viewed by the public. Yes. So there's been a lot of back and forth about whether or not we will see the anointment, because yesterday I saw that they have an anointment screen. So I assumed that that would be put in front of them, but maybe it will be put behind them, or maybe we'll see Camilla's but not Charles's. I don't know. Granola is woke, apparently. Anything healthy is woke. Oatmeal is woke. Almond milk is woke. Sandra, Ari is working his magic already. I hope so. Okay. Yeah. Harry is definitely Diana's son. Lorna, you said, I believe it was WME. I think they started to work for Meghan since the time she sent the legal case to Buckingham Palace after leaking of the letter. Yeah, quite likely. Oh, there was someone. I'm so sorry. I don't know who it was. Let me scroll. There was someone who sent a super chat. I'm so sorry that I've missed you. Oh, Afia Sam. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. If I missed you, I am so sorry. The comment section is fast and wild today. There's over 1,000 of you in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, please. Yeah, Jessica, it seems that Charles wants everything that Archie has, which is just sad. That's your grandson. Oh. Raven, oh my God, I just had oatmeal and almond milk. You're woke. Absolutely woke. Whatever you do, do not use soy milk tomorrow. Then you'll be woke. Okay, Piers Morgan. Here's to some good news. Piers Morgan's ratings are tanking. Piers Morgan unwatched. Audience falls by 93% in a year. I have said for a long time that Piers Morgan actually reached his peak a long time ago. I think that his popularity since has been manufactured, overhyped, and bought. We never heard him talking about his book sales, and so now I do believe that his last book barely sold a couple of thousand. Reports at the time were that it launched to only about 5,000 copies. And for somebody who is meant to be as popular as Piers Morgan says that he is, that is pretty abysmal. Sorry. Even other people who are, who would be considered Piers Morgan's peers sell very, very well. I guess you would put Tucker Carlson, I don't know, Jordan Peterson. These people do actually get millions of views and millions of book sales. So if we're, pitting Piers up against his, own peers, he is failing spectacularly. And, 22,000 viewers. I have videos that get over 20, sometimes even 30,000. If they're ones that go viral. But I'm averaging about 10 to 15,000 on this channel. So that is, it tells you a lot, because there's only 15,000 subscribers on this channel. If a small YouTuber like me can almost be matching him in views, what does that say? And if you compare, so you had Talk TV, their highs, interviewing Donald Trump, over 300,000 views, 7 million YouTube views when he interviewed Kanye West, over 300,000 views when he interviewed Ronaldo. So he has to get really big names on to get those type of views. But he should be getting those type of views and more on the nightly anyway. Because if you look at how many people viewed the Rishi Sunak interview, over 100,000, and then Nadine Dorries, over 50,000. And he is Talk TV's big draw. And don't forget, Talk TV is who? It's Rupert Murdoch. So the fact that on average, he's only getting between 20 to 30,000, for the amount that Rupert Murdoch paid. That is abysmal. And then on top of that, his co-hosts or other people on the show who had their own shows, like Vanessa Feltz, averaging only 2,000 viewers. Tom Newton Dunn registered at 1 point 0 viewers. James Max, 400 viewers. So there are more people watching my podcast, Baron's podcast, Facts and 2 Cents, than are watching this trash, Talk TV. So how much longer is Rupert Murdoch going to be loyal to Mr. Morgan? Because people like Rupert Murdoch, they're only loyal to you if you are making them money. Right, I just wanted to inject some good news. Now this. There was an article that came out that said that Harry probably won't wear his uniform to the coronation. So now we're just getting a rinse and repeat of what we had at the Queen's funeral. And clearly they didn't learn their lesson last time, because they didn't let Harry wear his uniform at the funeral procession. They only let him wear it at the vigil. And it looked like Harry was being surrounded by security. He stood out and he looked really good. And as the Sussex spokesperson said at the time, Prince Harry will wear his mourning suit throughout events honouring his grandmother. His decade of military service is not determined by the uniform he wears, and we respectfully ask that focus remain on the life and legacy of Her Majesty the Queen. Rightly so. It's not about what the soldier is wearing, it's the service that the soldier gave. And they want to start this, is he wearing the uniform? Is he not wearing the uniform again? Well, if he doesn't wear the uniform, he can wear a nice Dior suit. No problem at all. Right, on to the big story of the day. Pledging allegiance. It was on the cover of all the newspapers. It was all over social media. And Charles and the palace and the media were getting dragged. Absolutely dragged. I looked at every single media outlet that tweeted this. I looked at the comment section. I could actually barely see a squaddy in the comment section, because it was mostly members of the public who were responding and saying, what the hell is this? You got to be absolutely kidding me if you think I'm doing this. And basically what's going to happen is that people watching the coronation around the world will be asked to cry out and swear allegiance to the king, with the public given an active role in the ancient ceremony for the first time in history. Charles's coronation has been modernized to include the first ever homage of the people. So they actually thought that by doing this, they were modernizing this whole thing and trying to be inclusive of the people. The people who are paying what is now going to be a ceremony that costs £250 million and possibly even more. It replaces the traditional homage of peers, in which a long line of hereditary peers knelt and made a pledge to the monarch in person. The new homage of the people was introduced to allow a chorus of millions of voices to be enabled for the first time in history to participate in this solemn and joyful moment. Joyful? Joyful. The Archbishop will call upon all persons of goodwill in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and of the other realms and the territories to make their homage in heart and voice to their undoubted king, defender of all. Defender of tampons. The order of service will read, all who so desire in the Abbey and elsewhere say together, I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your Majesty and to your heirs and successors according to the law, so help me God. Absolutely the hell not. Absolutely not. And I went to the Daily Fail, and guess what? Even the comment section in the Daily Fail wasn't having it. They put this article out. By the way, the Daily Fail now has a new section just for royals. So they're really going to start amping up their royal coverage. How you can pledge allegiance to King Charles on Saturday. Millions watching ceremony on TV will be invited to join vow, but spoiled sport anti-monarchy critics say they will refuse to join. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, the Daily Fail, but your own comment section is going to refuse to join as well. These were the top rated comments of this Daily Fail article. Not a chance. And I wish that I could opt out of my taxes being wasted on this farce. What is this? Are we still in the 15th century? My allegiance is to my family first and foremost, not to the monarch. You are joking, of course. The fact that it is expected of his plebeian subjects to make an oath of allegiance to him is a great reason to abolish this institution. But it's not about sports, is it? It is tragic to think that there will be many elderly people going along with this, stood in front of their TV saluting while they struggle to afford food and heating. I've yet to see this king do anything meaningful. Minority of Britons refuse to join there? Don't think so. The monarchy is at an all-time low. I know of nobody that actually wants this ridiculous family around anymore, and to pledge allegiance to this billionaire scrounger and his foul wife is atrocious. The only good thing to come is a day off. Another person saying, absolutely not me. I can't see how spending hundreds of millions on a vanity project when we have children going to school hungry can be justified. In my view, it can't. And I think ultimately this is what is making, or rather breaking, this coronation. The fact that you have so many people struggling. I think that if the good times were rolling, they wouldn't be getting so much heat. But they have completely and utterly misread the room. And now, even some of the royal rodents are saying absolutely not. Angela Latrine, who is usually happy to go to the depths of hell for Camilla and Charles, tweeted this: I am a huge believer in the monarchy, but I am not going to swear true allegiance. A step too far, I'm afraid. And the derangers were coming for Angela, saying, why would you state this publicly? You make a living out of all things royal. Perhaps some things should be kept private. Sorry, but you have lost me as a fan, and no doubt many more will follow. I will be, and don't ever dare sell the king or queen's name again, Angela. Very disappointed. More so that you felt the need to share that a week before the very coronation that you will be making coin from. Oh dear. And this is where we are. I do wonder if some of these royal rodents, now that Meghan is with WME, if they will back off. Because they have still been very, very silent. I mean, tomorrow is Monday, so we'll see what the morning talk shows say. But on social media, where they usually can't wait to go off about Meghan at every opportunity, the silence has been deafening. Absolutely deafening. So we're going to see what comes tomorrow on the morning talk shows. Maybe they'll just ignore Meghan signing with WME entirely and just focus on the pledging of the allegiance, because that's definitely going to be the big story, because the backlash was so fast. Even I couldn't believe it. Thank you to Tammy for buying me a coffee. Thank you. Much appreciated. Right. And somebody did a survey on Twitter that got okay, when I screen printed it, it was about 38,000, but I think it finished at about 40k. 40k people answered this: will you make a pledge of allegiance to King Charles? And 94% said no. Absolutely not. And there is nothing about this monarchy, the way it is, that inspires you to stand up and say, this is what I want representing me, this is what I want to pledge allegiance to. Alison Pearson here, writing complete and utter Wattpad fan fiction. Charles and Camilla's is the greatest love story of all time. Oh my gosh. Somebody please make it stop. Right. To your comments before we continue. Oh, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. And it's not even Wednesday. Yes, Piers Morgan has a book. Barely sold. Joan Hickey would guess like Andrew Tate, not surprised the show is tanking. Exactly. The thing about shows like Talk TV is that and GB News, it's just the outraged media industrial complex. And I think that a lot of people are just sick of this kind of mindless regurgitating of the same talking points. And to be taking that in all the time, I mean, you just must be angry all the time. Not anything that I would want to watch. Yes, Piers Morgan, tanking. Yeah, Murdoch can't pay him anymore. I mean, I think he got something within the region of, was it 50 million for this? There's no way that Murdoch can afford to pay him that again. After he had to pay out to Dominion, and he'll probably have to pay out even more with the other lawsuit in the US, and then also all the phone hacking. Rupert Murdoch is going broke. Tiger Hub, what does it matter what Harry wears since he'll be at the church and not in the procession route? This exactly. I hope that Harry wears the most muted suit, sits right at the back, and gets right out as soon as he can. Doesn't need to be there a second any longer than what he has to be. Absolute clown show. Yeah, Barrett is getting more and more ridiculous. I know the World Economic Forum are a bunch of wokes. I have a lot of words to describe the World Economic Forum. I'm not sure that wokes would be one of them. There are no words that I can say on this channel without getting censored that I would use to describe the World Economic Forum. Yes, defender of tampons. Free tampons for everyone on the day of the coronation. That would get me excited. Anybody who works at Tesco's in the marketing department, put that out, please. Right. Next thing. Let's see what else I had left. Oh, yes. So those of you who mentioned the thing about Camilla getting anointed. Yes. I mean, no shame. She is just going full force with her victory lap. And so here it is. Let me just get it on my screen because it's a little bit small here. So it says, the dean pours oil from ampulla into spoon and holds the spoon for the Archbishop of Canterbury. So this is what you're going to be seeing for those of you who plan on watching it. The spoon, the holy spoon. The queen is anointed on the forehead with the associated words, be your head anointed with holy oil. So that's the point at which you can expect that Camilla will start to burn and melt, okay? So we've got the spoon, the Archbishop holding the spoon. They pour the oil on the head and then she starts to melt. And then the Archbishop of Canterbury says, Almighty God, the fountain of all goodness, hear our prayer from this day for thy servant Camilla. Oh my God. Whom in thy name and with all devotion we consecrate our queen. Make her strong in faith and love. Oh my God. defend her on every side, oh Lord, and guide her in truth and peace, oh my. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, amen. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Are these people okay? Are these people okay? Like, how highly you must place yourself on that pedestal to think that you can be saying these type of things when you are a whole adulterer, when you were friends with the likes of Jimmy Savile. Ugh. Okay, but yeah, there you have it. Camilla is going to get her victory lap and anointed by that oil. All right, who was it that? Thank you so much to Alan Vernon. You said, does Piers Morgan's book come with the crayons or do you have to buy them separately? I think you have to buy the crayons separately. Extra crayons, I'm afraid, do not come with the book. Thank you so much to the mods. Okay. I just wanted to end. Oops, I'm gonna sneeze. There was an article that came out with a few more details from Harry's statement regarding his court case. And he says something that I think is worth repeating here because it's so important. So I read this the other day on the podcast, but I just want to read it again. So this is from a BBC article saying Prince Harry fight not flight as he prepares to take the stand. And as part of his statement, he said, any one of the thousands of people that I met or was introduced to on any given day could easily have said, you know what, you're an idiot. I've read all the stories about you and now I hate you and I'm going to stab you, said Prince Harry in a witness statement for a court case that once again threatens to rewrite what we know about the royal family. His statement in a pre-trial hearing this week about phone hacking is a remarkably frank self-portrait that veers from being angry, outraged, and obsessive to often apparently being in a state of flight or fight. Prince Harry believes his battles with the tabloid press put him at risk from a public that had been turned against him, depicting him, in his own words, as a thicko, cheat, underage drinker, and irresponsible drug taker. He also learned that this isn't going to go away, with Prince Harry ready to break the taboo about a royal in the witness box by making it clear that he will give evidence in person in court, if not in this case, then with others being brought against other newspaper groups. I mean, this is major. This is the first time that we are seeing a British royal in the witness box. And because he's going to be in the witness box, the tabloids cannot bury his words by not printing them or printing them at hours of the day when the least amount of people are reading or putting them on the back pages of their website. He will be there in that box. All eyes of the British public and the world are going to be listening. They cannot censor what Harry is going to say. And given what he has said in Spare, what he has said this week, what he has said in previous statements in court also, who knows what bombs he could drop. Goes on to say, it's becoming increasingly clear that he has the money and the resolve to go toe-to-toe with the newspapers. And his opponents in this case, newspapers, have equally made it clear that they reject his accusations and that he should have bought these claims years ago and they are out of time. He goes on to say, there is a political undertone that might have got lost in the royal soap opera. Harry accuses the press barons of creating a stalemate society where they can enrage the public over the most mundane and petty things to distract from the critical issues for our country and communities. And isn't that really what Talk TV and GB News are? focusing on petty and mundane things, or only focusing on things that get people flared up while ignoring what the government is doing, while ignoring what the powers that be are doing, things that actually affect people's daily lives. And he also, in this statement on the screen, says, "My view is how can anybody possibly trust, be influenced by, or accept a media organization that enjoys the liberties of free press when its senior executives and board cover up the truth by making false denials, concealing documents, creating fake email chains, and destroying evidence, including both emails and computer hardware, and then have the gall to try to strike out other people's legitimate claims on the basis that they should have known they had a claim much earlier? How on earth could these people have known the extent of their claims when NGN has gone to such lengths to conceal the truth and destroy evidence? When they have the powers that they have, and where the police and government of the day are scared to hold them accountable or seek justice against them. They can truly believe they are above the law. And if they're above the law, then it's the general public and the country that suffers. It's really that simple. And nobody from government has responded to that. And why has nobody in government responded to that? Because government is being held by the neck by the Rupert Murdoch, Jonathan Rothermere press. And it's taken the fifth, sixth in line to have the balls to say it. And with that, I'm done for today. I am exhausted. I am lost for words. But the countdown truly begins, because today was a huge misstep with this whole I pledge allegiance to the tampon king and his side chick. Are you serious? Right. Thank you so much for Wanda for the coffee. Thank you everyone for contributing to the mods. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, please, before you make your way out. And I will end with your comments. Oi, Joseph, you said don't waste your good eggs. They're expensive. Yes. Eggs aren't cheap. Rahina, you've never used a tampon. Can I pledge a pad instead? Go for it. I mean, you can throw your banana skins if you want. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Wendy, people aren't having it. People are absolutely not having it. Tiger Hub, I'm French. We don't do kings or pledges to them. Yeah, we know what the French do. You all have some backbone over there. Okay, guys, I think we have some trolls. Sorry, I went a bit silent because I think we have some like trolls in the comment section. Anybody that comes into the chat and talks about other political issues that are way, way off, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get blocked from the channel. Shirley, hi Duchess. The people. Oh, sorry, I think you said they want the people to say it so that they cannot have anyone talk about colonization and anything that calls out racist remarks, disparaging wages, healthcare, childcare, and housing. Yes, that exactly. Yes, Ladybird, not my tampon. Indeed. Oh, yes, Wendy, tide is turning. And please, please do change your avatars on May 6th. Yes, Roseanne, they have played their hand way, way, way too far. In a way that I have to wonder what is going on with the courtiers in that palace. It's almost like they just want to destroy the monarchy themselves now. Michelle, ain't nobody coming to the coronation. Honey, no. this whole thing about, tourist money and the royal family, it's been debunked so many times. And I've actually shown it on this podcast before, where you have a list of all of the top attractions in the UK, and I don't even think any of the royal attractions are in the top 10. So there will be no money from tourists coming in, because I'm sorry, but I just don't see that people are going to be flying in droves to see Charles get crowned. That's just not happening. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Did anybody want to call in? Sorry, I forgot that I did say at the beginning I would do call-ins. I'm sorry. Okay, do you know what I'll do? I'll put the link, and first for today, because I am getting a bit tired, I have to finish packing because I'm actually moving apartments tomorrow. So I will take the first like 5 people that want to come up, and then you'll get like 2-3 minutes each. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link right now. Get ready. If you wanted to come up, here it is, and we will do like quick call-ins. Okay. Peaches, you said, I'm in my 70s, still working, and can hardly pay my energy bills. And I'm so sorry, Peaches. There are so many people like you. By the way, there are cost of living funds, something that the government is doing. So if you are eligible for those things, please do make sure that you apply for them. And also you can talk to the Citizens Bureau if you're struggling with your bills. You can also go to the jobs and pensions department, the people that handle like universal credit and job seekers allowance. Even if you're not on universal credit and job seekers allowance, you can still go to them for advice on just any benefits that you may be entitled to. Because a lot of people don't even realize they're entitled to certain benefits, and if it just helps that little bit, it helps. Okay, so just make sure that you're getting any and all benefits that you're entitled to, please. We don't want anyone struggling. All right. Lightside, you came up, so I'm gonna let you go.
You know what? Well, hi everyone. Happy Sunday. I think you should get some rest. I think Rainy put something in the chat, and I think you should go get some rest and finish packing and stuff. You're gonna be doing call-ins at the end of the week leading up to Coronation Day anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll just save it for then. I have way too much stuff built up over the last couple of days to even just last 2 minutes. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, it's
That's
just
okay. You can do a quick 2-minute rant. Go for it. You're in the
so
chat now. You might as well.
I'm just let me just say something really quickly about Megan stuff, because I at the end of the week it's gonna be more focused on Charles and his partner in crime. So I'll leave that until then. But first off, we don't care what Harry wears when he goes. We don't care. He wears a suit, he wear a uniform. No one cares. No one cares about that. They can think whatever they want regarding that. The use of the word woke in that article earlier for the Daily Fail is something that they're taking from the American media environment. And I found it really interesting because I used to think that the UK tabloid, you know, motions were different than what was going on here, especially political stuff. They're merging the two now. And woke is something, woke is a word that's been weaponized from something that used to mean being aware of what is happening around you, right? To something that is looked at as a negative connotation, especially when it comes to people of color here in the United States. So the fact that they're using it's in a more political sense towards Harry in that title, and also as an underhanded dig to Meghan for changing his life or his way of thinking for better, is ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say on that. WME's ripple effect is being felt across the pond. We can't see everything that's going on. I have a feeling that they are an organization and a company that move in silence until they want you to know, right? So
Yeah.
whatever is going on, this quiet that you see happening, I've never seen anyone shut the UK tabloids up as much as we've seen. This it's almost eerie how
Yeah.
quiet they
Yeah.
are.
It really is.
Yeah. So, and the fact that I think, you sent me information earlier saying that they'd taken that article down. I had seen it. I don't click on them, so I don't really know what they're talking about except for the snaps that the squaddies post on Twitter. But I did see the headline woke, blah, 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 whatever, right? And the fact that it's gone now, I don't know when they've ever retracted something like that before. How many times has that happened? So I do believe that that organization that Megan is now under, that's being shouldered, is definitely having its effects with those people, and they don't know how to act. They're scared. So I'm enjoying all of this. Um, so I remember one other thing that we're talking about. I think it was in December that Mandana Dayani, the CEO of Archwell, that was really working very closely with Harry and Meghan, and had shown up in the documentary, had given her notice saying that she was leaving Archwell. And that was such a huge impact to the squaddies because we really liked her. We saw that Meghan was close with her and that they built this organization. She was capable and everything. So we were like, what's going to happen with Archwell? And some of us were nervous. I think even Darren had said that he's kind of like feeling a certain way, and he was wondering what was going to happen with that because she was such a key component to that organization. But I will say again that even though we didn't see what was happening, I have a feeling that this new contract and relationship with
Yeah.
WME had been in the works for a very long time. There
She
were
was passing
bigger.
the baton.
Oh yeah, there were bigger things coming. We just didn't see it. And there was no way for us to see it. There's no way for us to see everything that's happening. But this could not have been any more major than it is right now. I don't think anything else compares to what's happening right now. And the protection that she is now under in regards to WME. So very happy with the trajectory of their business relationships. Again, Harry and Meghan move in silence, especially when it comes to their business endeavors. We see them in public, we see them going on date nights and stuff like that. But when it comes to the real workings and the serious stuff that happens behind the scenes, I've not seen them make a misstep yet. So I trust their process. Last thing I'm going to say, and I hate to talk about these people, these ratchet, trashy people, the other side of Megan's family, I can't say I wish they weren't here because without her father, we wouldn't have Megan. The Markles are they continue
Challenged. They're challenged.
yes, challenge. That's a loaded word right there. Yeah, challenge is a good way to describe them. Continuing to it with their sad little efforts to insert themselves into Megan's life, like a bad rash you can't get rid of. They just keep popping up. They shut down her lawsuit. There's a third one in the process. And my biggest and most important question that I really wished some of us had access and a way to kind of figure this out is who is funding her? Where is the money coming from? Right? There's definitely a push behind the scenes wanting her to be still in the forefront because think about it. Like, if anyone has like a large family, that you get a mishmash of all sorts of stuff. You can't control people. You never know what you're going to get. You have the eclectic type. You have the ones that are off the rails. You have the really serious types. You have the ones that have everything together and the type A's and stuff. But sometimes we have certain portions of our families that we wish we could just completely just erase and we can't get rid of them. And they keep pushing these people into the spotlight. They're an embarrassment. If I had to put myself in Megan's shoes, at the level of notoriety that she has, and the fact that she is with Prince Harry, who also has a big audience, it is a lot of attention on her. And to have that embarrassment tied to you and you can't get rid of it, and you have people funding these people so they stay in the spotlight, that's a lot. you know, and I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna touch anything else. But like those, they're just they're a bad rash. Can't get rid of them. Keep popping up.
Well,
Just keep
hopefully this will
popping
be
back
the
up.
end. Hopefully it will be the end of them soon. And thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lightside.
All right. Well, have a great rest of the
Thank
Sunday, and I will catch you later in the week. Bye,
Sure
squatties.
thing. Bye.
Okay.
YM Droid, hey, hey.
Hello, happy Sunday to you and all the squatties and moddies. And I hope that Church Nelly gets to listen in sometime soon and is doing
Yeah.
well.
Keep
Yeah.
praying for her, folks.
Yeah, for sure. Man, the previous caller was right on it. They actually did a poll in the US about whether people thought that woke was an insult. And even for our right wing, it was barely like, kind of just a slight majority who thought that it meant just being overly politically correct. They just keep trying to make fetch happen. And I'm like, girl, stop it. Not happening, and for Megan's WME announcement, all I could think of was our great poet laureate Beyonce, who's like
Her
sitting
Majesty
over
Beyonce.
right, just sitting over here, drinking my water, minding my biz. Monday I'm overrated. Tuesday on my ish, flip flopping. Yeah, that's and I'm like,
have you got your tickets to the Beyonce tour, YM Droid?
I could not get in. I tried. Yeah, like I both of her shows in Chicago sold out immediately, and places that I'd be willing to travel also sold out. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna be bumping Renaissance a little bit extra loud and probably making my own little like Beachella at home. But
Nice.
no, definitely enjoy your time seeing her for sure. I know it's gonna be
I'm
an
not
amazing.
seeing her anymore.
You're not.
No, because I completely did I not explain this? I completely misunderstood Schengen rules, so I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I have to like go to Poland a month or two later than what I planned. So yeah, no Beyonce for me. Cry.
Okay. Oh no. Well, I hope someone gets to enjoy it. But yeah, it was oh man, that WME announcement was the most polite and refined, as is befitting our Duchess, F around and find out statement I think that she could have dropped. And just the silence that has come out from them ever since. Let's talk about the king has been deafening, and I love it. They do not want to go toe to toe because for as much as they try to, oh, she's too Hollywood. She, like in one breath, and then no one in Hollywood likes her. Well, guess who in Hollywood is not going to like you? If it weren't apparent from the fact that Charles can't even get a good cover band to show up for his coronation concert, now you have one of the biggest or one of the firms representing some of the biggest names in the world, not just on your salty island. And if they get the word, they are not associating with you, they're not messing with you, and they're not giving you any airtime for however long they decide that you are not in the best interest of their clients. So good luck to them if they want to try it. It will be interesting to find out on that one. I saw the article the other day where Kate or someone, a royal source, said that Kate found it distasteful that Meghan was so focused on money. And I'm just thinking, girl, not the princess whose parents went broke trying to get her into this whole debacle of a family. Not that's distasteful. I guess. Oh yeah, like that's so distasteful. It's probably also distasteful that Meghan doesn't have to schedule time with her husband to touch her. Look at all of this PDA. They're smiling at each other in public, and there wasn't even a photo shoot scheduled. I'm sure that's distasteful too. So, Meghan.
Yeah. One rule for one Duchess and another for the other.
Oh man, it cracks me up every time. Oh, well, Kate is the glowing English rose who's the height of taste and decorum. And you have William, cosplaying young Mr. Burns, just scowling over at her. from, you know, a safe distance. You know, even after all the COVID restrictions are dropped, he's like, nope, we're maintaining this 6 feet of space. Keep her, you know, keep her at a distance from me. And they're even in their stage photo shoot, which I think they put out those same tired pictures every year.
Yeah, I didn't even like bother to mention this because I was like, whatever, I don't care. But people did pick up that basically the picture from Mother's Day, from the anniversary photo, and I think from Father's Day, it was basically the same photo shoot, but the pictures were different. And they've done this 2 or 3 years in a row. But I just never really noticed it because I never paid close enough attention. But people realized it was the same location with the same clothes.
Well, since their Photoshop fail with Queen Elizabeth and trying to airbrush all the kids in there, who knows? Queen Elizabeth may have been airbrushed in there too. But ever since that fail, I don't know if they've sent Kate back to Photoshop school so that she can improve her abilities there. Maybe we'll see something, but honestly, the only way you get them looking like an affectionate couple is to probably airbrush them with separate people, certainly on William's side, or you know, okay, stick your air out. We'll airbrush Kate in here later.
I mean, AI is getting pretty insane and accurate. But thank you so much, White Android.
All right, have a happy Sunday.
Thank you. All right, before I let Rahini take us out, I just want to say thank you so much to Alice Langdon. Thank you to thank you Alice Langdon for the super sticker. Thank you Coffee Bar for the super sticker. Thank you to Legs. They are trying to shift the focus to H in the tabloids, but the attacks are still on Meghan. I think that WME isn't having any of it. The royal family are panicking. Yeah, you can really feel a shift in the wind, can't you? Helutka, you said, oh my god, how do you buy the coffee? Well, thank you so much for buying a super chat. It's much appreciated. But the links are always in the description box, guys and dolls, if you want to contribute in any way. And if you want to actually buy something for yourself, there is merch, or maybe you want to buy one of my books, so you can actually get something in return for your generous donations. But thank you so much. And links are always in the description box or the pinned comment. And I try to post the links throughout the chat as well. I appreciate your generosity all so much. I literally cannot do this without your generosity, because just the amount of time that it takes for me during the day, you know, even equipment, like you all are the reason. And for those of you who are new, maybe you haven't been around for a while, like you're the reason I'm able to like buy new equipment and, you know, have StreamYard. You know, StreamYard, the program that I use for this, that costs money. I had to like replace a battery in my MacBook. So it is really appreciated, all that you do. And even just watching, you know, from the ad revenue, or else it's just so much time. And anybody that's ever sat down to do something like this can understand it. So I also have so much respect for, you know, Baron, Facts and 2 Cents, everybody who creates these platforms. And I do encourage you, if you ever want to start a platform yourself, do it. Even if it's just like one podcast a week or a monthly. We need more people in this space. Right. Okay. Rahini, I'm gonna let you take us out. Go for it, my darling.
Hi, Squaddies.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, hi, Squaddies. So, you know, Rahini, as a member of the Commonwealth, I pledge allegiance to sanitary pads and diva cups and period panties, because I do not wear tampons. I'm sorry, England, I don't. So that is my pledge.
I'm sorry.
I didn't. I tried to wear one and it was like a crime scene. So we're gonna have to do it to, you know, always extra longs, overnight with wings. I pledge to that. Right.
Okay.
But in all honesty, right, in all jokes aside, that is not for people like you. That's not for people like you who are critical thinkers. That is for the hardline, old school monarchists who harken back for a time that they believe when monarchy was pomp and ceremony and, all this Bridgerton frivolity, not realizing that most likely their ancestors were suffering and throwing their poop into the Thames and dying from dysentery and cholera. Because, but it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for them. And they are ridiculous. So I think this is going to backfire on him big time. It's going to really backfire. But it's for them. It's for them because this is what they want, This is what they want because Harry and Meghan in particular, represents a time, a new era of something different. And it's an identity crisis. Like, who am I if I'm not on my knees as a peasant to the king? Who am I? Or I don't know, maybe you could be a person, just a human being. But okay, you know what? If you want to be that is for them. It's not for us. Let us let them have it. The only thing that needs to happen now is for the crown to fall down, put up on the ground and break. Like, I am hoping for that. And get your sound effects ready for when that happens, because that would be the pièce de résistance. So yeah, there's that. Now I read the article with Harry being woke. And what was very interesting is that these people don't seem to know how to read between the lines, right? Yeah. Because apparently Harry went out hunting, right? Then he came downstairs, got some granola, and went back upstairs to his girlfriend. You guys, they were knocking boots. Granola gives you energy. Like, did you not get that? That's why he needed it. When you are sexing for 2 days on end, you need energy. So you get granola. And if granola that is good for your digestion also makes you socially conscious, then I'm here for it. What brand? What brand, Megan? Because I need to know. Maybe we should feed it in schools because they're ridiculous, but they don't want to hear. And as for WME, you guys, WME is the biggest in the world. The world. And let me tell you what makes them even more powerful, because they could do the same things that the British tabloids do, and that is find they use their vast resources to find your weak spot and come after you. They could do it, and they could do it better and get away with it, right? They know how to do it. So now they are running scared, and this is music to my ears. And I don't know if I could put on my conspiracy tinfoil hat, because I thought that the interview was supposed to be Friday or something with Scammy and the gang, but I'm not hearing anything about it. So did they re-edit it to make them look bad? Go Ari, I'm here for it. Because listen, this is how it works. This is what we call being a professional. And you see, if they were smart, then they might have had WME to represent the entire royal family. Do you understand just how powerful it would be, how good their PR would be if Ari was working for them through Meghan? But no, you don't want the Black Princess. No, well, deal with it. You make the bed, that's how you're going to lie. You guys, squaddies, listen, drink water. Don't peg, moisturize, and pledge allegiance to cake and ice cream, because it's going to be Archie's birthday. Amen. Bye, friends.
Oh, wow. Rainy, I said take us out, and didn't you just take us out?
Well. Next question. See ya.
I mean, if you're on fire like that today, Rahini, I cannot wait until clowning day. Please be here. The floor will be yours, and it's gonna be a fun.
I'm not in work. I'm not in work today, so I can misbehave. I actually worked last night. I came off work at 6 a.m. this morning. And then Karen, who always wakes me up, hey Karen M, sending me text. And I'm like, what? Pledge allegiance to who? To my Diva Cup? What? You know what is more appropriate? We need to pledge allegiance to Depends. To Depends adult diapers, because that is more appropriate to the king and queen. You guys, pledge allegiance to Depends. I'm gonna behave now. Bye.
Amen. Thank you, Rahini. And thank you to you all for your continued support. Thank you, Angel Us, for the super sticker, and also Black Queen, thank you for the super sticker. Church Nelly will be undergoing surgery on Monday. Not sure the exact surgery will entail. Please continue to pray for her safety and for recovery. Indeed. And thank you so much for that update, Black Queen. Much appreciated. And do hope that Church Nelly is going to be okay and that she pulls through. Love our community and want everyone to be okay and healthy. Well, I am going to leave it there. The way things are coming in so thick and fast, no doubt there will be more tomorrow. I don't know what they'll be trying to get us to do tomorrow. Pledge allegiance today. Do we have to bow and get down on one knee tomorrow? Who knows? Let's see what it brings. All I know is, like I said, from the moment I heard that Meghan was signed to WME, this is a new dawn. This is a new day. And I really do believe that it's just on the up and up going forward. Pray for the Sussexes, pray for ourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow, folks. Love you all. Thank you so much. Ciao.
You can stick your coronation up your arse.
Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex. Dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Fill me up with dreams, the only thing I need. When I'm down, lift me up with your company. There's no telling what you want me creating. We're on the same wavelength. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex. Dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. You're my island, tray of diamonds. Big ones fake, help me find you. You're a blessing, reminiscent of the time when I found myself guessing. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to
whole tiring up here. We've got our beds here. We put it all together. And we didn't get to bed till 4:30 in the morning. Now we're going to sing a song for you. Not a song, we're going to say something to you.
We're national anthem.
Okay.
God save our gracious King.